Hey there, film enthusiasts. Do you remember the first time when you watched a movie? It would have been in a dark theater, just like this. Or it could have been in your home, on an old VHS or DVD tape that could have worn out from years of repeated use. Whatever it was, these films weren't just films to us. They were our memories and a part of us growing up. So, whether you're a 90s kid, or a 2000s kid, or just being born in the 2010s and experiencing movies just now, in this video there is something for all of us. So sit back, relax, get some popcorn, and enjoy the show. This is Aryan Sharma, presenting Film History Part 3.
Welcome to the 80s. This was a time period when most of us fell in love with cinema. Remember E.T.? That little alien came into our lives and changed it forever. And then there was the Back to the Future trilogy. Which of us didn't want that DeLorean that could travel in the time? And finally, there was the very own Star Wars. This series changed everything. Remember being little children and playing as Jedi or Sith warriors? Well, which out of these is your favorite 80s movie? Let us know in the comments.
The 80s in Hollywood were marked by iconic films that shaped our collective imagination. Think of E.T. the Extraterrestrial by Steven Spielberg, a tale of friendship and wonder that touched hearts globally. Back to the Future wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural phenomenon that made all of us dream of time travel. And then there was the epic Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, expanding a galaxy far, far away into your closest cinema halls. Meanwhile, in India, the 80s heralded a new era in Bollywood. Films like Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak brought fresh narratives and youthful energy, redefining romantic cinema. Mr. India blended sci-fi with Indian sensibilities, becoming a beloved classic. And then there was the cult classic Jaane Bhi Do Yaro, with the amazing duo of Nasiruddin Shah and Om Puri, which makes people laugh to this very day. Internationally, cinema was vibrant and diverse. Japan's Akira set a new benchmark for animation, while Italy's Cinema Paradiso offered nostalgic love letters to movies themselves. These films weren't just popular, they were trailblazers, setting the tone for the decades of cinematic innovation that followed.
Next up, the 90s. This was an era of big budget blockbusters, and none were bigger and badder than Jurassic Park, biggest and baddest out of all the these. This made dinosaurs come to life. And then there was The Maid. This movie made us question reality, gave us bullet time, and also made us go through the hard choice, red pill or blue pill. And then became the era of three amazing directors, Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, and David Fincher. Their movies weren't just celebrated worldwide and didn't just win Oscars, but also each and every one of our hearts.
Hollywood in the 90s was a playground of innovation and spectacle. Jurassic Park brought dinosaurs to life with groundbreaking CGI, forever changing how we saw visual effects. The Matrix wasn't just a film, it was a cultural reset, introducing us to a world of bullet time and cyber reality. And who can forget Titanic? James Cameron's epic romance, set against a historical tragedy, captivated audiences worldwide, becoming a landmark in cinematic storytelling. This decade was also a golden era for indie films. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction disrupted conventional narratives, blending gritty storytelling with a non-linear plot, while The Shawshank Redemption offered a poignant tale of hope and friendship amidst despair. In Bollywood, the 90s saw a blend of traditional storytelling with modern sensibilities. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge became a defining film for an entire generation, portraying love, family, and cultural values. Hum Aapke Hain Kaun brought families together, setting box office records. This was truly the era of the Khans in Bollywood. Internationally, the 90s brought diverse stories to the forefront. Films like Life is Beautiful from Italy combined humor with the horrors of war, while Chungking Express from Hong Kong showcased the unique storytelling style of Wong Kar-wai. This era was more than just a decade of films, it was a global renaissance that redefined cinema. The 90s set the stage for the new millennium, leaving us with unforgettable stories and characters that remain etched in our hearts forever.
Now let's time travel to the 2000s, the era I first met the magic of cinema. It was a roller coaster of emotions and genres. Spider-Man 2 showed us heroes at hearts, and Iron Man's Robert Downey Jr. wasn't just acting, he was Tony Stark. And The Dark Knight, That movie changed everything I thought about good and evil. What do you think? How did these movies define your heroes?
In Hollywood, the superhero genre began its ascent to dominance with films like Spider-Man and The Dark Knight. This was one of the best times to be a teenage boy growing up, watching all your favorite superheroes on the screen. But they weren't just for kids. These weren't just comic book adaptations. They were complex narratives with deeper themes.
Remember franchises like Harry Potter series or the Lord of the Rings series? There were also non-franchises during these time, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or There Will Be Blood. This was a great era for cinema. So, which was your favorite 2000s movie? Let us know in the comments down below.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Harry Potter series took us on fantastical epic journeys, showcasing the power of friendship and courage, along with groundbreaking special effects. Bollywood too was evolving. Films like Lagan and Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum captured the essence of India, blending traditional themes with new age storytelling. Dil Chahta Hai broke the mold, offering a fresh perspective on the youth and relationships. The 2000s also saw the rise of powerful international cinema. Amélie from France charmed us with its whimsy and visual style. Pan's Labyrinth from Mexico mesmerized us with its fairy tale narrative set against a harsh historical backdrop. South Korean cinema made a significant impact with movies like Oldboy, a thrilling tale of revenge and mystery. This era wasn't just about big blockbusters. Indie films like The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind and Lost in Translation explored human emotions with a unique narrative flair, leaving a lasting impact on our hearts. For many of us, the 2000s were our formative years in cinema. It was a time when movies became more than just entertainment. They were an integral part of our growing up, shaping our dreams and understanding of the world around us.
Now let's get into the 2010s. This was honestly one of the best decades for cinema. There were movies like Mad Max Fury Road, which were amazing visual spectacles on the big screen. And then there were movies like La La Land, which were about the musical experience in Hollywood. Movies like Moonlight won the Oscar for Best Picture by portraying the harrowing experience of minorities in America, while movies like Parasite showed us amazing visual treats about how people and the poor live in South Korea. And then there is the ultimate film experience of all time, the MCU. Stretching across multiple films, it weaved together a storyline that changed cinema forever.
Hollywood's embrace of advanced CGI and 3D technology brought us visually stunning films like Avatar and Inception. These films weren't just blockbusters, they were immense immersive experiences that pushed boundaries of what cinema could achieve. The Marvel Cinematic Universe expanded rapidly, with movies like The Avengers and Black Panther not only dominating the box office but also creating a shared universe that redefined franchise storytelling. In Bollywood, this decade saw a blend of commercial and content-driven cinema. Films like Bajirao Mastani and Dangal showcased spectacular storytelling, marrying traditional themes with modern filmmaking techniques. The rise of new age directors brought fresh narratives to the forefront, with movies like Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara and Barfi exploring new themes of life and love. The 2010s were also a golden era for international cinema. South Korea's Parasite not only won the Academy Award for Best Picture, but also captivated audiences worldwide with its sharp social commentary. Films like Roma from Mexico and Amour from France offered deeply personal stories that resonated with people globally. This decade also witnessed the rise of streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime, changing how we consume cinema. They brought films like The Irishman and Marriage Story directly to our screens, making world-class content more accessible than ever. The 2010s were a testament to cinema's ability to adapt, innovate, and captivate. As the most recent era, its influence is profoundly felt in our current pop culture, setting the stage for the future of filmmaking.
Now we've entered the 2020s. This is a time period when cinema is no longer in its nascent stages. Gone are the days when we used to go to the theaters to watch cinema. Now we have VR and streaming platforms. Cinema has grown with us over the years. It's no longer that we are just watching a story. Now we ourselves are a part of the story.
The rise of streaming during the pandemic changed viewing habits globally. Major releases like Soul debuted directly on the digital platforms, signaling a new era for film distribution. Despite the challenges, some films like Tenet boldly pursued theatrical releases, underlining the enduring allure of the cinema experience. In the wake of the pandemic, Bollywood saw a resurgence in big screen storytelling, with films like Jawan and Pathan captivating audiences and reviving the theatrical experience. Simultaneously, the popularity of regional cinema soared, with films like Surarai Potru gaining nationwide acclaim, highlighting the richness of storytelling beyond mainstream Bollywood. The global film scene was buzzing with excitement and anticipation for the upcoming releases. The intrigue surrounding Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig, captured widespread attention, promising a fresh and modern take on the iconic character. Meanwhile, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, with its stellar cast and historical narrative, became one of the most anticipated films of the year, further cementing Nolan's status as a master storyteller. This phenomena together started being called as Barbenheimer, cementing its mainstream popularity. The era post 2019 also saw a rise in the popularity of documentaries and limited series, with productions like The Last Dance capturing the imaginations of viewers across the globe.